对这3对夫妇来说，婚姻是跨文化恋爱关系中可以跨越种族的高潮，在 Dawn 和 Richard 的情况下，还可以跨越地域。
We didn't have our family come to our wedding because for Richard, they far away from England and too much trouble for them to invite them to come. For me, they are close. They are in mainland of China, but back then it's still difficult for them to get a visa. That was a very hot day. That was in July in Hong Kong. It was so hot, and the gentlemen were wearing jacket.
Well, yeah, it's all the suits and the boiling sun.
Yeah, we had lovely time in Hong Kong. Every time I look at our wedding photo, remind me the time in Hong Kong. It was very multicultural place. From the photo, you can see our friends and now they come from different countries.
Such a mix. Hong Kong and China and Hong Kong and
and America, UK.
同时 Ian 和 Claire 很乐意跟随中国和西方的传统进行婚礼。
Our wedding is a combination of the best parts of both Western and Eastern. Yeah, so because for Western, the ceremony is that the two parties committed to each other. So we have that part. And while for the Chinese, the marriage, the wedding is about the family acceptance. So having the tea ceremony is actually the families accepting the new couples to be part of the family.
We started the day with a tea ceremony, so with the Chinese accepting the marriages to give tea to the seniors of the family. So went through that, which is normally a private affair, but we did that in public. In public with all the Westerners, so they could actually start to see that. So we really had a sort of a semi-cultural wedding going on.
对 Alex 来说，成婚之日也意味着清除剩下的障碍。
So early on for the tea ceremony, I arrived and all the bridesmaids stop you at the door and they give you a number of challenges before you're allowed in. So things like, you have to bribe them with money, you have to show them that you're strong and capable, so we had to do push-ups. I had to bargain them down a little bit and have some of the groomsmen do some as well.
In Chinese, there's sort of an equivalent of Cupid, but instead of the bow and arrow, couples that are fated to be together, they actually have a red string tied around their ankles, joining them together, and eventually via this invisible string, they'll eventually find one another. I suddenly became overwhelmed with all this emotion. I think it's just the stress of all the wedding planning, and suddenly this was it. And just even the rehearsal, I just started crying. So we decided, I think I should go first, get that over and done with, and then Alex can go. And Alex's vows were beautiful, and I wanted him to cry, but he didn't cry. He just had the most serious look on his face.
跨文化婚姻就会造就跨文化的孩子。11岁的 Leo 有着中英两国的血统，对他来说，2种文化汇聚成一个有趣的世界。
This is some of my Lego, like fire boats, police boats, ships, more ships, and this is a 40-year-old oil tanker. My dad used to have one of these. Not the exact one, but one of these. Okay, as we come over here, we see more elements. This is some of my electronics. I got the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advanced, and the newest Nintendo product, the Nintendo 3DS. If I could stay in any country, I'd choose Switzerland, because I've heard that it's nice and snowy in the Alps and really countryside-y, and also in Swiss law, I am actually allowed to live in Switzerland. My dad says my passport says I'm allowed to live in Switzerland. I have the right to live in Switzerland. So that's a possibility as well. You see this structure. You might be confused. What is that thing? It's just like a bit of cardboard. but actually it's a model of the Berlin Wall, if you know what that is. If England and China were to play in this Soccer World Cup, it would just be a hard decision to pick who to barrack for. I mean, who? Who would you barrack for? That is the question.
Leo 的父母也是非常提倡跨国婚姻，他们甚至建立了不同种族之间的约会相亲网站。
The Asian promise was just born out of that love that we have and we found. Just knowing that we should share that with other people or make that possible for other people in the world to experience too.
这就是为什么 Richard 和 Dawn 还有 Ian 和 Claire 都非常乐意跟我们分享他们跨文化恋爱关系的经验。最初和他们相见的时候，他们正在给墨尔本的华人团体做演讲，并且帮助他们更好地理解西方眼中的爱与婚姻。
With a Western girl, Western lady, as a Western guy, you would know how that person's going to react, or if they say something, you know how to read that. But within a cross-cultural relationship, you can't assume that you understand what's just happened. You have to think, stop, not react, and to ask the questions. It makes the relationship much stronger because you're communicating more than an Eastern or a Western. You're communicating, you're thinking, you're talking, you're understanding, and you're building a better relationship.
It's okay to say there's Chinese culture and there's Western culture, but they can be very, very different things. And within the Western culture, there's many, many different languages spoken, many different cultures, and that needs just as much work as a cross-cultural relationship as in Chinese Western.
It's important to say that relationships aren't about words, and it's not about culture. It's about the people. And culture and words are just two parts of many parts that make up a relationship. And too much emphasis is put on words or culture. They're just two segments.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think this makes you have a stronger relationship than you would with somebody of your own culture, because you learn to understand yourself, you learn to understand the other culture. And I think if you have two people that want to work at doing this, that it can work really, really well. I guess when you become to a cross-cultural relationship, you've got the perspective of taking what I might say is a normal relationship in a 2D format to a 3D format. So you can actually now take it that extra level where you've got a whole heap of now colour, variations and opportunities. If you embrace those, they can help out the family. A lot of people can benefit from that and can add a lot of depth to a relationship. Nothing's saying that the other relationships aren't fine, it just adds another level.
Cross-cultural relationship is a very good way for people to understand different culture.
Communication, that's the real key.
But the fundamentals are the same. On any level in a relationship, it's two people communicating and working together.
Cross-cultural relationship, particularly one where people are coming from speaking different languages as their primary languages, then that's just even more important than in a relationship where the people are coming from the same culture.
I also think cross-cultural relationship is a very good bridge to bring people together in the world. So I think cross-cultural relationship is a very good topic for people to talk and to learn. Yeah.
下一集《婚姻无国界》，我们会见一见在森和 Masala 一起探究文化分歧下婚姻生活每日需要面对的现实。
I think the power of love can take you a long way, but the seed of doubt can create a big rift.